During this short video, we're going to have a look at some of the technical requirements that need to be in place for webcasting. I'm particularly grateful to Adam for the work that he's done on this. Much of what I'm going to present here, Adam's already thought through and chatted to me about. It's also based quite strongly on a Google Doc by Dan Spencer called Flipped Classroom Resources that Adam provided us with. I've put the URL in the Dig Deeper section so you can go and have a look. There's a lot more detail in that document if you need it. One of the first thing one needs to do is to consider really a dizzying array of different options in terms of technical requirements for webcasting. And what I'm going to do over the next little while is just take you through some of the decisions that need to be made. Give you some of the options and discuss a little bit about what people have been doing at Pine so far, some of the pros and cons where we are already aware of those. The first thing you need to think about is the interactivity with the computer. So far, much of the work that people have done here at Pine has been done on interactive tablets. The maths department each have an interactive tablet that they use, and it's one where you can use a special pen to write on the screen, and I've certainly used that often, and so far has been very successful. Adam's just purchased something called I think it's called a Wacom, a bamboo Wacom or something like that, and Adam will show us on Wednesday how it works. But essentially, it's a little tablet that allows you to interact directly with your ordinary computer screen, and as you write on the little tablet that's shown there, it appears on your screen. And Adam's used that to good effect. Nicole and I think Joanna both have things called IntelliPens, which are not dissimilar to Adam's little gizmo. But I think you end up actually writing on a piece of paper literally, and it then just picks that up and feeds it through to the computer, and you interact with the computer in a similar way using a pen. You can also use just a normal tablet rather than a tablet PC, and certainly the iPad and any of the Android tablets have that facility. Ryan now has one of these, and I'm sure he'll be trying that out. So those are your options. Of course, you don't have to interact with the computer at all. The one that I'm doing right now, I'm not using that. I'm simply using my ordinary laptop. But for most of the webcasting that we would do with lessons, we probably would want to interact. So that's the first decision that needs to be made. The second is to think about what kind of software one's using to put up the images or recognize the handwriting on the screen. I'm obviously using a PowerPoint presentation at the moment, and that's a very common one. If you have an interactive tablet or something like that, you'd be able to write on your PowerPoint slides as well. OneNote is becoming an increasingly popular option, and I think that's the one that Adam's using. He can confirm for us. Of course, a simple Word document would suffice quite happily. Salman Khan in the Khan Academy videos uses Paint as the kind of background on which he works, so that's another option. And some have suggested that Google Docs is also a good option. So really you can see there's a wide spectrum of choice there, and it's probably just simply what you're most comfortable with in terms of a software package. Once you've decided what kind of software and background you're going to use, you then need to record that in some way, and so you need some kind of screencasting software. I'm presently using Screencast-O-Matic. It's a very simple little tool. It's available online. It's free. There is an upgraded version which you can buy, but I found it to be very easy. I started using Cam Studio, which is a little program that you download and put on your computer, and once it's downloaded, you then don't need internet access, which again can be useful. Adam's using another one, which he will tell us a bit more about on Wednesday. But either of those, there are a whole range of other ones, some that are free, some that you pay for, with varying degrees of different tools to allow you to edit afterwards. But those are the two basic ones, and I don't see any reason for us to look too much more widely than that. They really just do what you need them to do. Once you've recorded the video, you then need to host it somewhere, and the vast majority are simply hosted on YouTube. Most of the video software allows you an automatically to save it to YouTube. There are some constraints on that, and there's some issues to do with licensing that we'll talk through. Vimeo is another option that some people are using. Of course, you don't have to put it on the internet at all. You can just save it onto the intranet at school, and students can either watch it off the intranet or save it onto a memory stick and then take it home and watch it. But for ease of access, I think you probably are wanting it somewhere available on the internet. Once the video is out there, you need a way in which the kids will access it, and a way of managing the learning that surrounds that particular video. Now, in some cases, you might just put the link on the website, as we discussed last time, but there are a few other options which allow you to put some more content in. TED-Ed is one of those, and that's the one that I've chosen to use. The platform that you're presently watching this through is the TED-Ed platform, and it allows you to post the video and have some questions, think deeper section, various things like that, which can be useful. Edmodo is something that we're starting to get into at Pinedans. Nicole's very much into it. I think Adam's using it, and in fact there's a Progro group at the moment looking at Edmodo. And that's it's very much like a Facebook page or a Facebook environment, but one that's specifically set up for schools and provides much more protection. So that's another option. Moodle, of course, is a virtual learning environment. Again, we've spent some time looking at that in Progro, and certainly is a good option for managing the learning. So that's it. Have a look now at the Dig Deeper section. There are a few comments there, a few other links that I'd like you to have a quick look at, but I look forward to Wednesday.